trying to make it feel completely futile, you know? And then we have an Ugin. Yeah, but it sweeps it up. There we go. Dude, this deck is just ridiculous. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and I was talking about this earlier when I did the the creature side of the Forsaken Monument deck, that it feels like it should be in more of like a control-y style deck, and here we have it. This is the deck that I didn't fully create. I did add a few of my own things into it, but this is a deck that's been kind of going around, and I love the idea of playing colorless decks. It is so fun, and so this deck is completely colorless. Every single thing that we're playing is colorless, and Forsaken Monument just is the perfect glue that sticks us all together, where this was already kind of a thing that was going on. People were just ramping up to Ugin, playing Ulamogs, playing things that didn't die to Ugin, a lot of permanents that didn't die to Ugin, all that kind of stuff. So it's nothing completely new, but Forsaken Monument lets us do all the things that we need to do in this deck. It gains us life, first off, so just by playing Mind Stones and Guardian Idols, which, by the way, whenever you play a Forsaken Monument, they replace themselves with mana because it also ramps with all the things that add colorless mana, which we have a ton of mana as soon as Forsaken Monument hits the battlefield. With our, a bunch of rocks with Mind Stone, Guardian Idol, and also Hedron Archive, which adds 2 mana here. So we have a ton of ramp in just mana rocks, and then also in our mana base, which every single land in this deck adds colorless mana, which is sweet. My main addition, and this comes from playing the creature thing, was the Crawling Barrens. That was the biggest thing that I saw people weren't really playing with the deck, that I saw just was busted because it comes out as a colorless creature. I think that's just something that people maybe pass up. And so just knowing that you can have a ton of mana thrown into this, you can have it be, unfortunately it doesn't have haste the turn it comes out, but on the next turn you can have it be hitting in for like 20 points of damage. You play it out, you have a Forsaken Monument, that's all that you need. You just have like 5 lands, 6 lands, and all of a sudden you can have it be swinging in for a 10 or 20 or whatever, like pretty easily on the next turn with just a Forsaken Monument. So that's awesome. And then also being able to gain a bunch of life. So whenever you cast a color spell, you gain 2 life. So any spell that we're casting, as long as this is out, we're gaining 2 life, which is sweet. And if we also have our Planeswalkers, which are Karn, and Ugin, there's the Ugin, which then we can start gaining a bunch of life with our Interplanar Beacon. And so there's some cards that we can cast here that just gain us like a lot of life, and so pretty sweet stuff that we can be doing that with this deck. I have just been a really big fan of seeing this play. I watched someone else play a little bit of it. I've seen it here and there. I think we've seen like 3 or 4 different content creators, and so I usually try to avoid playing what other people are playing, but I've been looking for a couple different things right now. I want to take ranking up to Mythic this month very seriously, or this season. I just like doing it every once in a while whenever I'm not busy having a brand newborn, anything like that, and so this is just a month that I know that I can actually put some time into actually ranking up and trying to get up to Mythic, and so I want to do that. Every time that I've tried and put focus into it, I've done it, and so I know it just takes time, and so this is a deck that I think can actually get me there, and so I'm going to test it out. I think it's a good, powerful one. And I have to play something that also is fun for me. And this has the right amount of fun versus power. Because me, I like playing janky stuff. I like playing interesting things. Or I like to play the girl beatdown type of thing as well, which for me is still fun because you're doing big beatdowny type of things. With this is the other side of fun, where we get to play Ulamogs and those kinds of fun things. And so I'm just really excited to see how this deck plays out. I think it's obviously powerful. A lot of people have been playing it, and I'm interested to see how it does in the format. Ugin, especially in early, Ugin at the right times beats the Goblins deck, which is a big threat. This has the ability to play the long games against control. It gets so much value out of Forsaken Monument, which artifacts and some things have a hard time actually taking care of these. I'm interested to see if people are like sideboarding in Cleansing Novas or something like that because of decks like this. And so it might be just at the right time before meta has really shifted around this deck that I think it has a shot of being really good. So that's the hope. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and yeah, wish me luck. All right, so up against Romied, and 0 ramp, but a lot of life gain to get us to that. And if we just hit Karn and maybe like something to deal with what they're doing, it could be good. Or they're aggro and we're dead on turn 4. So I guess we have to mulligan. I mean, I love everything about this hand if we hit 1 mana rock, and we have like 4 draws to get it. I'm gonna keep it. You guys know me. I'm probably always gonna keep dumb hands. And we're up against mono red. Oh no, we're up against burn. Oh, this is bad. Well, gain some life. Well, we can gain 5 life by turn 4. That at least will help. Down to 21. Light up the stage. Nothing. Okay. There is a Mind Stone. We never didn't have it, guys. Never didn't have it. Mind Stone. Pass the turn. All right, now we're actually in pretty good shape. That's all we needed was to draw a Mind Stone by that turn. Down to 21. 22. Oh, almost down to the starting life total. Ooh, all right. So, Karn Sign of Urza. I'm trying to. I don't know this deck well enough to know the sideboard. That's the side I haven't really built, and so I'm trying to think if this is actually worthwhile, or if I just go for the -2 here with Karn. Let's go with this. Gives him 2 threats. If it does stick, we can go Forsaken Monument and get a little bit extra value here. And then Forsaken Monument into Ugin is going to be sweet. Leyline Tyrant. No hits. Alright, let's go. I think it is just Forsaken Monument kind of regardless. Leyline Tyrant is annoying, but we can exile it and not really have too much of an issue. So we lose Karn, and I think that's okay. Scribe, put this Karn to the bottom. Create a guy. Play Forsaken Monument. Now there's 6 6s, and we'll swing with this one. And we get a jump block. Sweet. Alrighty. Not too shabby. I mean, if they do hit down Karn, they're still kind of in trouble here. And we definitely get Ugin on the next turn. We just get to almost kill them. This deck is pretty sweet when it goes off. Alright, let's go Crawling Barons as well. Ugin. Gain some life, and opponent skips it up. There you go. It's that easy. And that was like a really slow hand. All right. By this way, I said I was talking about ranking up with this deck, and this is why I'm at gold tier 1, so almost to platinum with it right now. But brand new season, so gonna be trying to get up to platinum with this deck in this video, hopefully. Up against Damien, and we got some scribes, got some life gain, got some ramp. This is all the things that we want, so we're gonna keep it. I'm sure that we have like Forsaken Monuments and stuff in the sideboard. I still haven't gone to check out the sideboard with this deck. I probably never will until it's time. Takes a Guardian Idol or Karn. I can see them just like hoping that we don't ramp up and take the Karn. Yeah. All right, go Void. We get to ramp up to that. It'd be nice to just hit another land here, but we go idle. If we do hit land after this, we get to play this out right away. It's ramp. We're gonna go ahead and keep it. Pass the turn. Gross Spiral. Okay, up against ramp as well. Splendid. Guardian Idol. Pass the turn. All right, land up the top means that we get Hedron Archive. These do enter the battlefield tapped. There's a lot of these cards, honestly, I've not played a ton with, and I've read them all a while ago, and when there's like 5,000 cards, dude, we are just drawn perfectly. This is awesome. Karn again, sure. And let's go Guardian number 2. How much ramp do we have now? If we had land on top, we would have the Ugin, right? That's fine. Okay, goes for Thoughtseize, takes the Ugin. Down to 15. That probably ended up taking up their entire turn here. Shocks it in another Ugin. Or Uro, I mean. Alright, so if we get... we can play Karn. Use the -2.
My purpose is greater than myself.
And let's go with Grafdigger's Cage. Takes care of the Uro. Do I want to grab the Forsaken Monument now? Sorcerer's Spyglass lets us see their deck and also see if we can do stuff, or just like Tormod's Crypt. Let's go for the Cage. That way we get to also play the Maze Mind Tome. Okay, pass the turn. Alright, so Uros are kind of off the board now. Karn will take care of quite a bit of stuff there. They still have an Ulamog that they're going to have to deal with. This is just 2-target permanent, so we can hit lands with it too. Man, Ulamog is so busted. Alright, the third Thoughtseize of the game. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and scry. Let's stop on the upkeep as well real quick. Yeah, put that to the bottom. Do we just want to draw a card if we hit anything? I think I'd rather just draw a card than hit the scry here, right? Yeah, let's do that. Draw. Alright, we can also just hit Forsaken Monument. Okay, Forsaken Monument. I'm not totally sure how Hedron Archive works with this. So Forsaken Monument, does this tap for 4 now? Okay, it is just 3. I wasn't sure how that worked. Do we draw a card here? I guess not. Alright, draw a card. Radiant Fountain. There's the Ugin. Alright, let's go ahead and try to force some interaction here first. So let's go ahead and go for Karn. Hedron Archive.
Awaken.
Attack in with a 6/6. Down to 8. Trying to make it feel completely futile, you know? And then we have a Ugin. Yeah, but it sweeps it up. There we go. Dude, this deck is just ridiculous. And we still had 6 mana and a card draw and whatever else we wanted to do with our life. Because, you know, we're just playing the bus and stuff. I love it. Alright, up against Curry Uri, and keep. Yeah, all the pieces that we want are in the hand. And even faster ramp. I dig. Scavenging Ooze. Archer Veraska. I guess, yeah, Guardian Idol first. So we can stop activated abilities with, what's the card? I can't remember anymore. Rule Aggro. Alright, so we need to get to Ugin. So we're just going to ramp up to the Forsaken Monument. I guess we can also force him to not hit our face with this a little bit. So go Karn. -2. We could go for the Platinum Angel just as a way that, like, hey, we can't lose the game. It's a threat that's going to be in hand. So our life total becomes a little bit less important. So, like, we Forsaken Monument, we should be able to just Ugin. But if they have an answer, then we have Platinum Angel that is another thing they have to answer. Questing Beast. Alright. Yeah, lots of damage coming through. Are we just dead next turn? We're dead on board right now.
There are great battles to fight.
So... what can we do? Crawling Barrens is an option. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Yeah, I wasn't doing the math. I didn't think about the Questing Beast coming out. We were dead on board. They had 8 damage. We could have brought out Crawling Barrens to block. Yeah. And so Crawling Barrens could have blocked. But then we had basically nothing else we could do for the turn afterwards. So yeah, we're done. Alright, up against Thanos. Dude, I just hope he doesn't snap his fingers. Yeah, no? That'd be bad. Alright, this is definitely a good hand. I mean, I love this where it's just like, what we're trying to do is so simple and easy. We just do the same thing. We get a Forsaken Monument out on the battlefield. We will keep a land on top. Yes, indeed. Alright, got some Teamer ramp going on. Leafykin Druid. Okay, mobilize District. Guardian Idol. Pass the turn. Shocks in the 4th mana. This could be an Omnath. Thunderkin Awakener. Nothing in the graveyard for it. So it definitely is elementals. This is a fun card. There's some interesting stuff you can do with it. All right, so can bring something back now. Is it? It's based off the toughness though, isn't it? Not the power. So they can't bring back the elemental. They can bring back a Risen Reef if they had one. Cool. They're doing cool things. We just need to get to Ugin before they do too many cool things. In fact, we probably just try to ramp here. Don't even worry about anything else. Hedron Archive. Mind Stone. I should have gone for Guardian Idol there. That's fine. Yeah, I think once we resolve the Ugin, the game is just over. We're pretty close to it. So we have 4 more mana after this. Alright, so Forsaken Monument. Karn.
Evil must not be tolerated. True goodness can never be.
Let's see, what do we want? God Pharaoh statue is something that would be decent here. Platinum Angel also not bad. Tormod's Crypt we could just play out and gain some life here. It also deals with Thunderkin Awakener in case they do have enough shenanigans going on next turn. Yeah, let's go and go for it. We get to gain life as well, so let's go ahead and play it out. Stop potential shenanigans from happening. Okay, plays out Risen Reef. Gets some Risen Reef triggers. Yeah, guaranteed they're trying to go for a Neoform here as well. Alright, so Omnath gets to kill the Karn. Actually, they should throw this at face and put these guys towards Karn, but whatever.
I will be better prepared next time.
Down to 19, below our starting life total. Drats. Oh well, I guess we're just gonna have to, you know, Ugin and things. Oh, it's the worst. Yep, exile their entire board. Oh man. So we can go Guardian Idol here, gain some life. I might just use the Blast Zone here. I don't think we're gonna need to go up too high though, so it's fine. Pass the turn. Hedron Archive can also just draw some cards here if we need to. Zendikar's Royal, that's bad. This destroys anything that's 5 or more. So if we do destroy this with this, it could become an issue. Let's just go ahead and draw some cards here. Yeah, we need to try to find something useful. Pass to my turn. Whenever the land enters the battlefield. Alright, well there's an Ulamog, so that'll do it. You, and there's the game. Alright, sweet. That's the first time we actually got to play the Ulamog, and I think it's because it's the first time that it went long enough. Like, we either do die on the draw against a really aggressive deck, or we do that, and that just feels so powerful. I love it. Up against the Matador Actual. Dude. Alright, keep this. We have the Karn, which gives us some versatility. Stitcher Supplier. Alright, Grafdigger's Cage seems like it might be useful. Void. Blast Zone also seems like it's going to be really nice in this matchup. Go ahead and keep that. It's a lot of ramp. We're not like we probably ought to be digging for other things, but Blast Zone's a good thing. Kroxa. Now we can discard a land. That's fine. Okay, Interplanar Beacon. Guardian Idol. Pass the turn. Down to 15. If they don't put any more threats on the board, I may go ahead and just try to ramp a little bit more. So that we can actually play something when we use Karn. It is nice to be able to do something the turn that it comes out. Drop a beacon again. That's another Karn. There is a lot of discard going on. They have enough cards in the graveyard. I can play this Karn out just as a threat. It'll create a 2/2. And go Hadron Archive, Mind Stone. We have to discard one of them. Grafdigger's Cage seems nice, but if they already get back Kroxa, then we're in trouble anyway. But then we can have a lot more mana to like grab a Meteor Golem or something like that. Alright, let's go for this. Pass the turn. They do hit the land, they do go for Kroxa. Oof. That's early. I mean, our Blast Zone also kills Kroxa for 2. I mean, we destroy our Mind Stone and Guardian Idol, but that's not the worst, I guess. Takes 2 turns to do it. We have enough to pump it up to 2 and play out this Karn as a blocker. So maybe we do drop this Karn, because it doesn't immediately answer the Kroxa. I mean, it'd be nice to get the Forsaken Monument, but yeah, let's go ahead and drop this one. Oh, there's an Ugin. Oh, that's an Ugin. Not enough mana. Alright, play Karn. Gain some life, back up to 11.
Until you have lived as evil cannot withstand a righteous arm.
Create a 4/4. Pass the turn. Putting this on 2 is really bad for us as well. We're going to lose the Ugin. Just swings at face. Yeah, that's a Ugin gone. Can we take this? I could kill a Stitcher Supplier. And have 2 things off the board for next turn. That fills the board a little bit more for the Kroxa, though. Oh, this is greedy. Very, very greedy here. Down to 4. I mean, they can just play the other Kroxa just about now, right? Playing the Firstborns luckily have gone away. That would have been really bad. Play the other Kroxa. Not yet. They can play it right now. That brings us to 1. Spark Harvest, okay. Mill some more. Alright, now I'm actually glad that we kept something alive. Oh, claim. Just gonna put this on so we don't have any more responses. If you have another one, we're dead. Trigger happens, we take 3. If they attack, we take it. Blast Zone kills them. Karn, what can Karn do? We have not very much mana. They can also just replay the other one, right? So we can get Grafdigger's Cage, I guess. But then we can't crack the Blast Zone. Gain some life.
Let us begin.
Yeah.
I am not frightened by you.
Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, unfortunately we can't do anything here. Tormod's Crypt can exile the graveyard. Grafdigger's Cage kind of helps out a little bit as well. But we also can't use a Blast Zone now. And so we take 3 here. So we needed to gain 1 more life somehow. We can go for the Radiant Fountain. Alright, yeah. No Radiant Fountain, so that's game. Oh, bummer. Alright, all the ramp in the world up to Karn, which is going to be sweet. I like this. All we have to do is hit a land to be in really great shape. Ugin against elves does seem okay. Now we might just ramp. Clan Caller. Alright, we have to not die as well, though. Radiant Fountain does help with that. Mind Stone. Pass the turn. Maybe we do just go for the ramp all out. Archdruid. Yeah. Interplanar Beacon. Hedron Archive, Mind Stone. So 4, 8, that's Ugin for the next turn. If they don't have, yeah, I don't think that they can just kill us here. Oh wait, they can, huh? Allosaurus Shepherd. No, they have to tap here. Okay, so we're not quite dead. Close, but not quite dead. Allosaurus Shepherd. Okay. 5, 6. They hit for 10. Or 12 actually, because they still remain elves, right? Alright, so it doesn't go for the Allosaurus Shepherd. That's good. It actually would have been 14. It would have been really close to lethal. But now they played out their entire hand, and we get to Ugin. Yeah, that's beautiful. Alright, let's get a Scry. We'll put lands at the bottom for now. Alright, what's the most expensive thing? I think it's 3 mana, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and that's the game. There you go. Yeah, turn 4 Ugin is pretty busted, no matter what, right? Yeah, that's Tron for you, I guess, in Historic. Sweet. Up against Durful, and yeah, keep. Not as rampy as a lot of other hands have been, but you know, we got our 2, 4, 6, 8 going for us, so who do you appreciate? Ugin. Or something like that. Hateful Eidolon. Alright, well, ramp before Scries. Or Spirit Dancer. Alright, we're going to have some really big hitters, which will be bad. That's bad. Let's go Karn. I am tempted just to take up to start drawing cards. It also means that it takes like a lot of damage to actually kill this. Putting out some threats though can be pretty nice too. I'm just not sure they're going to be worthwhile. Like we need to get 2 out before it's really something we need to do. And I think ramping up to Ugin might be better. So let's just go ahead and take up. But like losing a Forsaken Monument might be an issue here. So we get the land. And we might go ahead and go for that Hedron Archive. We'll see. Yeah, Ugin is so good here. Yeah, this is one of the best things about Karns. Its loyalty is just so high that it really doesn't matter that much. Alright, Interplanar Beacon. Yeah, let's just go for that Hedron Archive.
What was lost is now returned.
It's basically exactly what we're wanting here. We want ramp. So now we have 8 for next turn. Should be game. Pass the turn. Man, I never wanted to be the Ugin guy, just playing this stuff, but it's just so good. It's powerful. And I like the rest of the deck where we can go Forsaken Monument beatdown if we want to. Okay, Vanguard swings there, bring it down to 1. Alright.
You are acting
That's cool.
unwisely.
Eidolon. Scry. Another Mind Stone. I think to the bottom with that. I think we're wanting a little bit more stuff. I think I'm counting right here. Let's go Arch of Araska. Yeah, we do get Ugin. Ugin, X2. We don't even have to use that much with Ugin, so that's nice. It's always important to do this right away. Like the moment you're going to use it, you want to do it. All right, he's gonna give it indestructible. That doesn't block the Ugin though. Alright, indestructible as well. Good job. You sure got it. That doesn't stop exile. But man, it sure is indestructible. And opponent's going to set up. I'm not sure if they were going to scoop up anyway, and that was just like them throwing it out there, or not. Either way, we get to Platinum, ranking up, and that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. So let's just keep going. A couple more. All right, up against Radical Redemption, and we are in Platinum now, which does change the game pressure a little bit. Like, people tend to bring a little bit better decks into this, and they tend to not be net deckers as often. They tend to actually know how to run the decks a little bit better, at least. Okay, go Mind Stone, pass the turn. Blast Zone will probably end up being pretty good here. How much do you want to put into that Knight of the Even Legion that can die really easily? Down to 21. Yeah, let's just go Scion, Verza.
Some solutions must be built.
I probably ought to be going for the card draw instead. Like, the value of that. I have just always loved these constructs so much. They just keep getting bigger. They're so fun to play. Alright, if they want to take their entire turn to save Knight here, that's fine. Good for you. We got to take your entire turn with half of our loyalty. I'm fine with that. What's the best play now, though? We can create a 3/3. Indestructible land. I think it's Karn, dig for Forsaken Monument. I mean, that's the idea of this deck, right? And that's the reason why we have one of these in the sideboard, is we do get to bring in the Forsaken Monument from the sideboard. We get to turn these guys into really big creatures. Pass the turn. Alright, Rankle comes out. That's cool. Swings there. You swing here. Alright, just there. That's cool. I think this has to hit the player, right? Okay. Pass to my turn. Take up first.
Are you certain of your decision?
Crawling Barrens to hand. I'll go ahead and play that out for now. I actually want to make it not hasty. That's a 4/4 for us really easily later. Alright, play Forsaken Monument, play Maze Mind Tome, and now we have a 6/6. Yay! Life's cool. Pass the turn. Maybe I should be swinging with it. They might be willing to trade off with the Knight here. Alright, Nightmare Shepherd. Actually, yeah, we don't trade off. Unless it can save our Karn, I guess. Alright, we'll keep the other card. Okay, that's fine. Sweet. Oh, dude, this deck, when it goes off, it's just glorious. Alright, go Ugin. Gain some life. -4, hit for 6. Clap on. Actually, we'd hit for 7. We put out the other card and maybe do some other fun stuff. Dude, this deck is just solid. Alright, up against Super Multivitamin. And keep this. This is the first time we get to see the Golos, which is pretty fun. We do have the Cascading Cataracts to go with it so that we can actually use its ability, which is pretty fun. Radiant Fountain, pass the turn. I am intrigued to see if this Barrier Rune needs to come into play. That's the reason why I like the Crawling Barrens a little bit more. It has a higher chance of actually being used, I believe. Okay, Gabos. Gabos are always scary. Grafdigger's Cage kind of shuts this down. I think we go for a Forsaken Monument, though. We hit land. Grafdigger's Cage stops the Snoop, but that's about it. Actually, it does stop Muxus as well. So yeah, Go for the guarantee good play on the next turn. That's cool. Alright, lightning strike. Skirk off the top. And the Cranko, they get to use the ability for. Dude, goblins. I hate him so much. Oh man. They always have everything. It's amazing. Remarkable, some might say. Oh, land would be nice too. Now we can't really use Mind Stone for draw. We really need to hit Forsaken Monument to try to get to the Ugin. So we have, if we hit a land next turn, we have to survive for 2 turns and then just hope that we can Ugin for the win. I hate saying that too, like just Ugin for the win. But, yeah. Alright, if they have Chief here, we're in trouble. Did on the upkeep with Conspicuous Snoop, that's good. Muxus cannot be played off the library. Let's see if they go ahead and sack stuff to try it though. Cranko number 2. Oh. Okay, if this is not a land, I think it's just game over. I do believe. Alright, that is the perfect land. We also get to gain life. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, Forsaken Monument. We're at 21 life. If you cannot kill us this turn, so even if you go for Muxus, Muxus can't actually bring things off the library. So you're all in on these Krankos. Goblin War Chief or Goblin Chieftain, that would be bad. But we get to Ugin. -4. We could go -2. And then just deal with Cranko in our own way. Maybe. Yeah, that's a little bit risky. Especially when you can Ulamog, whatever they play out the next turns. Come on, go for Muxus. I mean, Muxus isn't terrible just because of its ability. With this many guys, it's actually pretty powerful. Gain some more life, back up to 14. Gain some more life. Alright, negative.
Not a destination.
If they have a chieftain, it's not a chieftain off the top. They would have played it already if they had it, right? So we could just go -2. Deal with the Cranko. Let's just go for. We have the Ulamogs for next turn, so we're fine.
Return.
Ooh, I should have left that up. Pass the turn. Shock. Okay. That's fine. If Ugin goes away, that's still fine.
A curious choice. I leave you to your duel.
Muxus. So this doesn't have an option. It just misses out on all of them. So I believe that they just go to the bottom or go to the graveyard. I'm not sure. Are they at the bottom here? Or are they all exiled? Alright. No, those are just the ones from the Ugin. So, yeah, Muxus is done for. Yeah, we Ulamog. Yeah, Ulamog. Gain some life. You and land. One card left in hand. We have a 12/12 that will also mill half of your library, or 20 cards in your library, excuse me. There's the Ugin as well. Oh, it's ridiculous. Why did I tap down the Mobilized District? That was the worst play. Oh well, we'll go for Karn as well. Swing in. Mill for a 10.5. Dude, yeah, this deck, we do have to have the Ugin hit the right time. Ulamog can probably win in this matchup if we have enough ramp. This is just sweet. Let's have another threat.
There is great power in the things we make.
Alright, 3 damage to face. Mobilize District. And attack.
beyond.
They're gonna let us do it. We go all out, right? And there we go. Thanks for letting us play it out. Oh, they've got a shock. Good. Oh man, this deck is solid. Solid. Alright, we're up against the underarm, which is that this is the armpit. Underarm is here, I believe. So here, this is what we're up against. And that's scary to me. I'd like a lot cheaper ramp if possible. So let's go ahead and mulligan this. If we had more lands, that'd be fine. Keep this. We can drop one land now. Can we? I don't want to drop anything else in this hand. Maybe the Ugin if we dropped anything. Alright, we're dropping the Ugin. We are going to find a 2-land, a 2-mana ramp spell. It's going to happen. I do wonder if the new card that can kick, to like create 2 copies of itself, or a copy of itself, for ramp might be nice with Forsaken Monument. Just as another thing we can play out to create a lot of artifacts for Karn. Like, there's some good things about it. This is really bad. We don't have as good of stuff against the mirror matches. How do we deal with this? Ugin does not kill the colorless stuff. If we can play it quickly enough, we can just start pinging them each down, but that's not going to happen. Ulamog, I guess, is our biggest thing. Like, try to chain together a couple of them. Get the biggest threats off the board and have a good blocker. Let's stop on the upkeep as well. Try to hit a ramp card, I guess. We could also just hit the 5th land. Now let's go ahead and put it to the bottom. Try to hit the ramp spell. To the bottom. See, the issue is that we could have also just drawn a card instead of that, but oh well. I'm glad we didn't draw a second Forsaken Monument. That is nice. That's big. So we can kind of create a blocker. They're not big enough yet. I can go Hedron Archive, draw a card. Karn the Great Creators, I don't think really do much against colorless stuff. These become 4/4s next turn. So I think the Karn Sign of Urza has the highest chance of creating something that actually will stop them. Especially with Forsaken Monument out at some point. So I think we go for ramp to guarantee that we can get there. This lets us draw. Pass the turn. And again, Ulamog I think is one of the main ways that we can actually like try to win. Although I don't think we're going to be fast enough. Only 2 lands. Down to 8. If they swing all in, we're dead. How much mana do we have? Buried Ruin. We have 4 mana for the Karn. We get to gain some life. We get to gain 4 life. Alright, Forsaken Monument. Mind Stone. Gain some life. Karn. Create a big dude. Back up to 12. Bam. That's what we're here to do. We can also gain life if this gets to 4 card, right? So we also have 4 more life. So them going all in actually would be good for us here. Although everyone's like, you hovered over it, therefore you're a terrible player and you're such a noob. Guys, I'm hovering over it for your sake. That if you do, you gain 4 life. Calm down there now. Do you kill the Karn and sacrifice a serpent? That's the question. We can create another one on the next turn. And are you going to be able to deal with 2 of them? I don't think so, yeah. So swings both. Kill 1. Scry gains some life. Oh, Had to be careful there, actually. Another Heejin Archive. We get some card draw out of these if we want it. And I might go ahead and draw with Mind Stone or something anyway. We get the Karn Great Creator. Yeah, let's go ahead and try for this. We can also stop activated abilities.
Until you have lived as a statue, do not talk to me. I will not stop.
Alright, so let's go for... Or is it Meteor Golem? We'll just kill one of them. We can do it with the next card. Sorcerer's Spyglass, Steel Overseer. Let's see what else is in hand. Gain some more life. Tezzeret is annoying. We have another one for that later, but they're so far away from it anyway. Steel Overseer. Heejin Archive. Draw 2. Maze Mind Tome. Alright, now we have the Ulamog. That is what we're here for. We actually just destroyed the lands, I think. Pass the turn. And we're going to mill them out before they kill us at this point. Midnight Clock. Okay. They actually can't activate it because of Karn anyway. Oh, wait, I didn't have to deal with the Silver Seer. We just have to keep Karn alive. But they could have killed it anyway, so... Swings there. Silver Seers definitely mean a lot less now. So, yeah, that's just fine.
I will return.
Garden Idol. No, we don't want that. Resolve. Ulamog. We could kill these and just try to get in for the damage. They don't have many blockers. But yeah, we just take out the 2 blue sources. And that should definitely do it. I think that we just won our... That was game number 10. And I'm right at like the hour mark with this deck. And so 10 games in an hour, and 8 of those were wins. So that says a little bit of something about the deck. I'm really happy with this one. All right, so here with our MTG Assistant trusty dusty tool, we get to see all of our wins and losses here. And this deck is just busted. Like, the only decks we lost against was Gruul Aggro and Mono Red, and they both just had a really great hand. We were on the draw. That's just something you can not win all the time with. Sorry about burping there for a second. But yeah, so 80% win rate. That's awesome. And we did beat Mono Red twice, I think, when we were on the play instead. And actually, I think one time when we were on the draw as well, we just had the right pieces, the right time kind of thing. So this deck can definitely beat the Mono Red stuff. It's just a perfect draw against aggro decks. You're not going to beat with a slower deck. That's just how Magic works. You know, like, that's why you play aggro. That's why aggro is a thing. But this deck just was sweet. Like, it was consistent. It did the thing. Getting to Ugin is powerful. This is just basically Tron. Tron is a good thing to do. When you're playing 8 mana and 10 mana spells, 8 mana spells and 10 mana spells should be game-changing cards. Otherwise, why would you spend that much mana on anything? So I'm okay with these really expensive cards being busted and powerful. It is annoying whenever you have the insane amounts of ramp, but I think this is a much more fair type of ramp than your, Tron pieces or whatever. And so I'm actually really happy with this deck being in the format. I think it's a cool one. I think it's really fun. I'm going to be scared of playing up against it because it does do a lot of cool things. It is cool that you can have the Golos do go grab Cascading Cataracts, and all of a sudden you can have Golos abilities. We didn't really get to see that ever in the deck, but we also didn't need it ever in the deck. But it's an extra thing that we can do, which is really cool. Also, I did like adding the Crawling Barrens. We didn't really play that at all with these 10 games, but I know there is going to be a game where that becomes valuable. Just as there actually was one of them where we would have been able to finish the game a lot quicker by using Crawling Barrens than just using Ugin's ability, where we can just throw a bunch of mana into it and do some awesome stuff. So, huge fan of this deck. It was really fun to play. or yeah, Forsaken. I put Forgotten Ramp, but yeah, Forsaken Ramp is just busted. Forsaken Monument is one of my favorite cards of all time now. I really like this one, and this is probably going to be the deck that I play to rank up. I think it'll take me all the way to Mythic if I just kind of keep the same, 80% win rate. That's not going to be too long. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. It really helps me out. Please, I know there's a lot of people that don't subscribe, so if you're watching to this point, do it. All right, thanks so much. Bye.